Every person is created in God's image. Every person matters. Our church is on a mission to find and express the value in people that is often overlooked. We want to celebrate everyday people all around us by sharing their stories.
So my name's Ellen Grugin, and I own the Amherst Preschool. Grew up in a big family, 6 kids, single parent. My mom passed away when I was 5. So it's an interesting sort of dichotomy. As a motherless daughter, I have a strong connection to nurture children. You know, a lot of people are like, how did you know you wanted to be a teacher? Or if you could do something else, what would you do? I just never have an answer for that question. I just don't. This is just a part of who I am. I'm not only passionate, but I am a defender of play. I have watched, even since I've started TAP, the breakdown of childhood. As I watch kids go off to kindergarten who are in a classroom for 6.5, 7 hours with 2 15-minute breaks. You can't start anything and finish it in 15 minutes that has any value. And it's so disheartening to me. So I'm really passionate about that. Years ago, we had a playground in Amherst that eventually had to be dismantled for a number of different reasons. And it was really upsetting to a lot of people. For years and years and years, kids met at this playground. Moms met at this playground. They would talk. Where does your child go to preschool? Where does your child go to gymnastics? Do you know a good restaurant? Do you have a babysitter? In the first couple of years of preschool, a lot of the people would pull out of the car line and say, let's go meet at the playground. And suddenly that option was not there for them anymore. So as parents here, we're so directly affected. I think that's where the additional frustration for me came. They didn't have a place to go and meet. Pretty quickly thereafter, I started a committee. We were simply called a playground committee. And we were brainstorming ideas about how to fundraise, how to find a piece of property to build a playground. We were working with the town a little to see if they had any ideas. We were lucky enough that the Amherst Land Trust was approached by a mom in town who wanted to open a playground or a park in her son's name. Joshua was a 3rd grader at the Wilkins School and was tragically taken from his mom one afternoon, and she always sort of planned after that to have some legacy of love as a gift from him, and set out soon after, and I think it was really part of the healing process for her to create an environment where children who would have been Joshua's age could gather and remember him and play. And so they quickly approached us and said, you know, we think we have a piece of property and we'd like, you know, to collaborate with you all. And very quickly, the ball started rolling. It was amazing. It really was. People just started getting, what can I do? What can I do to help? People donating large sums of money. So within 18 months, we had a playground designed and a beautiful park for people to garden at and play Frisbee. And I do think the story behind the park, which is called Joshua's Park now, has a lot to do with how everybody felt about Joshua and his mom. People will often say to me, because they know of my strong connection there, oh, we met our neighbors at Joshua's Park. People who say, oh, I live in a condo and I don't have space to garden, so this was such a great opportunity for me. Many plots are shared. So you'll have 2 families sharing a plot and nurturing it together. The playground is always busy with new friends to Amherst who are just here to meet people. And I really think that's where you meet, the people in your community. It's just a gathering spot. It brings me a lot of joy. It's a great feeling.